That's a good question. I know a lot of people ask this too. Do you can you do a fat transfer to the breast opposed to implants?
Yes. Fat transfer to the breast, we offer it. We've been doing it for many years, actually.
Mhm.
It was good because, there were people were afraid of doing it because they thought when you transferred fat to the breast that things would happen, and then they would see funny things on x-rays and when people got their mammograms, and there were all these concerns. Actually, the radiologist kind of solved that problem by showing us that you don't see the kind of things that happen if fat does funny things in the breast is going to look different than concerning processes in the breast that we look for with screening mammograms and stuff like that. So when they gave the green light, we've been doing it ever since. The thing is to get a fat transfer to the breast, you got to have kind of the right anatomy.
Yeah.
The breasts have to be, the skin has to be a little bit loose, but not really down. If it's down a little bit, it can be done for the people that want like a full natural type look. But for people that want everything up with no curve underneath, if you have that curve underneath, the fat transfer to the breast is still going to give you that. It won't give you that full lift. The difference
Hmm.
fat transfer to the breast requires very hard to see scars, tiny little ones. So that's different than the lifting procedure. So again, it's not an absolute one size fits all for everyone. You got to have the right anatomy to be able
Right.
to do it. Even in people that have tight skin, there are ways to do it. Although we don't offer it, there are people that will put these devices on that actually stretch the skin. It's not
Hmm.
something for everyone. It's very patient intensive. You've got to go through all this. I've
Yeah.
actually thought of a few techniques that we could do that in the right person, not with the devices, but some other things that could be done. But that's kind of getting a little off topic. But yeah, so with fat transfer to the breast, as long as the anatomy is suitable, it's possible. And it's a one-stage procedure. I find you got to put a little bit more. It's not. You got to put more fat in than you think you're going to need because some of that does seem to absorb. Um,
Right.
there are rare issues with. Sometimes people can get like a little cyst or a little fluid that might have to get needled, something like that. A little bit more than say with BBL for some reason, but it's not real high. It's still a very low issue procedure. And the good thing about it is it's your own tissue. I mean, when you look at what a breast is composed of, it's skin, breast tissue, fat. And so what you're doing is you're just adding there. So it's completely natural feeling. And there's no issues like it doesn't have to be changed, taken out, it can't leak, all that. If you get past that initial thing without any of these issues happening, then it's fine.
Right. Right.
Because with breast implant, another common question, I think we saw one, do they have to be replaced at a set schedule or anything like that? No, they don't. Breast implants, when you look at the studies, they'll say, oh, a certain percentage of patients gets another operation within 5 years, 7 years, 8 years. The problem with those studies is that it's taken all causes of why somebody might have change of the implant. You have breast implants done, and then you have two pregnancies or gain and lose weight, and now the breasts are coming down. You may say, hey,
Hmm.
raise the breast again, and we'll change the implant because it's been 5 or 6 years. So that
Right.
goes down as a reoperation. But it had nothing to do with the implant, anything happening to the implant. Things happened, to your life and body changed and so forth. It's not that the implant, there's no timer on it that says, it's 8 years, get ready, we got to take it out. If they're
Right.
and they're not bothering you, they don't have to be changed on a set scale. Now, with silicone implants, the FDA does recommend people have MRI screening exams starting at 3 years. The, that is the official recommendation. But the thing is, no one really knows 100% if that needs to be done because it's to look for if the implant is leaking. But if you feel fine and there's no problems, no one really knows that needs to be done. So I would say you do the implants and then secondary operations as you need to, not on a set scale. So if everything's fine, you don't have to come in and get them changed just because. It's only if something else comes up.